A CRM isn't just a piece of software, it's a tool you use for your business to make sure you don't lose business. So what is a CRM system? So by definition, a CRM or CRM system stands for Customer Relationship Management, which essentially is a function within a business. It's not actually a system. The CRM system or the CRM software is a tool. The actual function is called Customer Relationship Management, which is basically taking your initial point of engagement with a potential lead or an opportunity and turning them into paid services or product sales if you're that way inclined for your business. So this is things like, for me, for example, as a business owner, I go to a lot of networking. I've just signed up for BNI. I get a lot of business cards. I get a lot of new contacts through these events. What I do within the system is keep it basic for this one, essentially store them within the CRM system software to ensure I can do other things, which we'll talk about later, such as automation, segmentation, and marketing within that system to make sure when those people are ready to buy, I'm the person they think of. So when people are ready to take on, let's say, email marketing, or potentially build a new website, which is another service we offer, or SEO, or if they just want a new CRM system or revamp some of their processes, we're the first person I think of. Because you got to think of the fact that just because someone's engaged with your business, it doesn't mean they're particularly ready to buy your service yet. So yeah, just a caveat, this is generally going to be targeted more at B2C businesses. So business owners talking to business owners, or salespeople talking to salespeople, or BDs talking to BDs, mostly because that's where I specialize generally. CRM systems can be used for business to customer as well. Generally works the same way. But the goal is using a CRM system is to not just gain new customers, but retain customers as well. So building a nice relationship with existing customers to make sure you communicate what's happening within your organization, to make sure they're happy with any changes you make within your organization. Again, getting customer feedback from existing customers or partners and strategic collaborations you may have with your business. So I collaborate quite a lot with marketing firms, IT firms, that sort of thing, cybersecurity firms, but it is all kind of related. So data protection, that sort of thing, to the cyber side, IT, different softwares and things like that can talk to CRM systems. And then obviously marketing, because CRM is essentially under the umbrella of marketing, but with more of a data kind of facade on it. Yeah, that's what CRM system. It's basically clever piece of software to manage your relationships with your customers effectively, store their information, learn from their engagement, leave notes, general stuff that helps you build a good relationship with people, because people do business with people at the end of the day. The second thing we're going to talk about quickly, I think this is a bit more in depth, is the hidden cost of not having a CRM system. CRM systems help your business in three key ways, really. It keeps leads warm for longer, because you're constantly communicating and reaching out. You can do that automatically. Don't have to do it manually every single time. You're always going to be kind of churning through these leads. People are going to be sort of reading articles about you, following your socials, going on your website. If you have a call to action for a particular service, you need to educate your potential customers. So for me, I do a lot of educational work, i.e. this web series, and a lot of my newsletter as well. Because a lot of people don't really understand what a CRM system is, or how data affects their business, or like how to really break down their sales pipeline and really understand how to get from A to B, or cold leads to a sale. That's where I come in and kind of help. The hidden cost of it is through kind of three different aspects. It's using the CRM system, like I said, and keep leads warm so you don't lose potential business when people are ready to buy, and all these buying intent signals, you don't miss them. The second one is through time. So CRM systems are very good at preemptively setting reminders for yourself, automations for yourself, segmenting people out so they get the right marketing. That will save you time, because it means that you don't have to book meetings around a time you want to send out an email, or you can do triggers. So if someone does a certain action within an email, you can segment them out and send them another email regarding that service or product. Just an example. Or if you add a new contact to your CRM system, you can set it up with a email that gets sent to them saying, nice to meet you today, really good meeting. We had a lot to talk about. I'd love to book in another follow-on meeting with you. So you don't have to then go send that email and find their email address, that sort of thing. They're in the system. It's all automatically done. Within HubSpot, which is a platform that I use, there is a built-in meeting scheduler. So you can put that into that email and they can book themselves into a meeting. So again, saves the legwork for you. So you can just allow the customer to work at their leisure. And then maybe if they answer they open the email, don't answer it or book in a meeting, you can send them another one 7 days later, just following up with them to make sure they found the meeting was as productive as you did, and hopefully they'll have a follow-up with you. And then the last one is generally cost of errors. So where small businesses fall down the most is their data not being clean, not being accurate, or just generally not being that accessible, where they have to read between the lines to try and guess kind of where this should be spending their marketing budget, which leads to go and attack and focus on at any particular time. And just things like having clarity for your business, learning how your finances are doing, learning how long it takes you to fill out some documentation for a new onboarded client. If you can, let's say you're a financial advisor and you need some information from someone to get them on board with your business, potentially you could save documents within the CRM, send that automatically. You can then send them the customer prompts to make sure they get that done. This now saves you time doing all that and chasing all that sort of stuff, and putting in more time and effort into booking more meetings with new clients but managing the relationship rather than chasing menial, in air quotes, menial admin tasks that can be done automatically. Do you think you need one yet? Probably the answer, reality. If you're going to take a blanket statement, I would say yes, everyone needs one. There are cheaper accounts that are more expensive, more automated, more AI driven, more intelligent platforms. But there are some cheap, very cheap ones that you can do for sort of £20 a month, which in the long run will make you 1,000 times your money back. They're £200 a month, a year, sorry. I will, depending on what you're selling, if you sell, I would guarantee that if you use it properly, it will make you back that £200 a month, a year, tenfold, easy. That's how much faith I have in these things. So the simple framework you got to ask yourselves is, how active are you when you're networking out and about, trying to find more leads? If you're an established business and you're just living off legacy data and you're doing fine, then probably you don't need a CRM system. But then again, why are you not using that legacy to grow your business more and accelerate your growth a lot more? Because you've got all this history, you've got this reputation. Why are you not utilizing that more effectively and getting more people on board, expanding your teams, expanding your processes, that sort of thing? The other question is, are you competent at using spreadsheets? Because that's really the only other option. I mean, you could write lists on a piece of paper, but it's not 1980s. We're not in the 80s, 1990s anymore. It's just such a dangerous way to live your life by writing paper notes. Unless you're very structured and rigorous with your time and your procedures, it's really not a very good way to work. And spreadsheets do enough. But again, if you start getting confident in it and start using formulas, if you break a formula, do you know how to fix it? If you're looking after a spreadsheet, are you good at leaving notes? So the last thing you spoke about with the client and stuff like that. With in a CRM system, it's chronological, so you can actually look back on a certain meeting and leave notes attached to that meeting. And then maybe have another meeting with them a month later. You can leave specific notes to that meeting. Or if you're running 2 or 3 projects with a client or potential lead that you're trying to get on board, and there's 2 or 3 ways you can help them, you can leave specific notes depending on which project it is. So the action steps I want to give you at the end of this episode. So every episode I want to give you guys homework. At the end of this one, I want you to score your business against what you believe the ideal framework is. So looking at things like how long it takes you to store data and new leads, where you get your new leads from, how accurate you think your data is, and just kind of have a look at like your processes and procedures you have for looking at leads, looking at existing customers to make sure they're happy, and looking at legacy data. So data, leads or opportunities you may have had 10, 15 years ago. If you're a more established business, is there an opportunity that you think within CRM that you could sort of revisit those or just update the details on that? It's important to understand like your business inside out as a business owner, but that takes time and that takes a lot of brain power and a lot of mentality and kind of the mindset to want to do it. A CRM, a bit of software or customer relations management as a process, is a tool to help you get there without spending too much time. As a service provider can, obviously with automation and segmentation, make sure everything's a bit more focused, a bit more automated, a bit more on the ball, a bit more proactive. So I'll get you the time back. I will help you make more money, potentially in the long run, and also just give you a bit of respite from the constant thoughts that go bouncing around in your head, potentially, where you think, oh, I must do that. Oh, I forgot to do that. I need to do this, I need to do that. We're all human. We forget things. The thing about computers is they don't forget things. If you set them up correctly and you have a process and procedure in place, for example, like me with business cards, what I do at the end of every week, so today is Thursday, every Friday, if I haven't had time to do it the day of, I will go and put these business cards into the system to make sure at least I'm only a week out of date. And then within that system, I have a newsletter that goes out to everyone on a monthly basis, which I've just relaunched, so that'll be starting next month. And then I have a process of really good to speak to you, it'll be really nice to book in a meeting, that sort of thing. I don't have that automatically in my system, but I do have another sales funnel, which I will go through later, which is a little bit more in depth, because what I do isn't really necessarily something that people are just going to buy first time meeting me. So I need to take a little bit longer to try and book in a meeting, i.e. through education, through sales decks and PDFs and case studies and that sort of thing. Anyway, I will catch you then. Please do connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll see you later. Have a productive week, that's all I can say, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.